Welcome back to Echoes and Aesthetics. I am your host, Ileana Villalpando, and I am so excited to have no other than music sensation Jessica Sachs here with us today. Hello, Jessica.
Hello, Ileana.
How are you today, my love?
I'm good. I'm feeling very good. Thank you.
I am so excited to have you here because you just got done making a whole new song with Selena's family. Like, how does this happen? You gotta tell me.
So I'm gonna try and keep it short.
Spill the tea, girl.
Yeah, but I'm sure I'm not the only person that says this, but I've always felt a connection to her.
Yes.
Because I did get to see her once before she passed. She was incredible, and she definitely left a print in my heart.
Yeah.
I was just starting to be a performer at that time with my family, and I just loved her. I loved her music, and then she passed. So that was difficult. I continued to perform her music, and it's crazy, many years would go by, and no matter where I played, people were like, "Are you gonna sing Selena?" And I would think, wow, people just love her music. It never gets old. Timeless treasures. Years later, I see on TV an ad. This was before cell phones, so that's how old I am. But there was an ad advertising the Cumbia Kings coming to El Paso. They were gonna perform downtown, and he was like a manager or something, and he's like, "Here's our number. If you want to get your music heard by AB, just call this number." And I was like, "Oh my God, I'm gonna call the number." I call the number.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh yeah, if you want to meet us, come to the stage. Just yell my name," because there was no way to communicate.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, I didn't think, is this gonna work? Well, I get there with some friends. We go to the front of the stage. I yell the guy's name, and he's like, "Oh, Jessica, meet me down here." All these people here, and they just swarm. This was like the highlight of the Cumbia Kings era. And so all these people are coming, and he just yells the room number out. He's like, "Come to room," whatever it was. And I was like, oh my God. And all these girls, "Can we go with you? Can we go with you?" So I was being followed inside the hotel. And we get inside, I get in the elevator, and we get to the room. AB was not in there, he was in a separate room. But I got to meet some of the first members of the Cumbia Kings. They were young guys. And I gave them my demo. It was a CD.
Yeah.
And he goes, "Okay, thanks, we'll call you." The CD days. He's like, "All right, we'll call you." And I just sat there really didn't know what to say. And that was it. And I thought, man, this is it. Well, I let that go. Fast forward years later, again, I see now social media is a thing.
Yes.
And I started following all of the Cumbia Kings. And the singer at the time posted, "We're gonna be in El Paso, come out to the show." And I was like, I messaged there, "I wish I could be there. It's great that you guys are gonna be here." Unexpectedly, I received a instant message from that person. And I thought, oh my God, he's messaging me from the Cumbia Kings. And he goes, "If you would like to come to the show, you could be one of my guests." And I said, okay. I said, "Can I bring a friend with me?" And he goes, "Sure." So I brought my friend Sarah with me. We get to the show, and we're amongst all the Cumbia Kings again.
Oh my
AB
goodness.
Quintanilla is there, the dad is there, and I'm just standing there like, I can't believe this is happening. So again, reconnected with all of them, and we all started following each other on social media, kept in contact with a few of them for a while, and then life happens, things move on. And I thought, well, that was awesome. I was grateful for the experience. And then the keyboardist, Chris Dominguez at the time, starts reaching out to me. He's like, "I see your career, and I want to get a production company for myself." And he goes, would you like to collaborate? Would you like to work together? And I thought, yeah, for sure. And so he was making the decision to break away from the Cumbia Kings so he could pursue his own production company. And I was going to be the first one. And so this has been 2 years in the making.
Wow.
And we finally got it done, and here we are. Baila conmigo.
Baila Conmigo. But
Yeah.
by the way, you guys have to go and check it out. It's already available in all stream platforms. I think it's been viewed by me myself at least 2,000 times. Okay.
Thank you.
And awesome. It is such an awesome song. The moment that I heard it, I was just like, oh my God, so cool. I've been playing it over and over. I attach it to some reels. I should tag you on every reel. And I was like, she's gonna get annoyed with me.
No, not at all. It makes me so happy and excited.
And that's I think that's one thing that's so beautiful about music is that you never know what audience you're gonna hit. Because I'll be honest with you, I'm not a Tex-Mex, like that style of music is not mine, but you had such a different feel to it that I was like, this is catchy as F. So who came up with the hook?
So Chris did. He is, he's been working with ABs
The hook maker.
since he was 17. So he knows music well. And he worked with another writer. Her name is Perla Dominguez. She's also big in the Tejano scene, and they wrote the song together. I am more of a Spanglish speaker. So growing up in a border town, we know.
We transfer from
Yeah.
Spanish to English mid-sentence.
Yes, and I wanted to make sure that the Spanish was appropriate. I wanted the song to be good. And so I said, you know what? I want you to write it, and I will perform it and just deliver it. And that's what we did.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Yes, thank
Now,
you.
I have a question to ask you is like, when you first went into music, what was the first thing that you started in? Was it just solely voice? When did you transition the saxophone?
I started out as a saxophone player.
Really?
I grew up with a strict dad, and he said, no cheerleading, no dance. If you want to do anything, it's sports or music. And I was like, man. So I said, I'll just do band. And I picked the saxophone, and he went to the pawn shop, bought a $100 saxophone, and he's like, here, you're gonna play this. And so I said, okay. And he goes, but you can't quit. You've already committed, you're not gonna quit.
I'm gonna quit.
I tried to quit so many times, and he didn't let me. He didn't let me, and I'm grateful for that. And so he really challenged me because he got excited that I was playing. My dad is a bass player, trombone player, singer, and my mom is a singer and guitarist.
So your whole family are music.
I grew up around music, and so he put together a band, and my mom was the lead singer. So I was just gonna play saxophone, and he was like, play this, play that. I learned to play it by ear, and so I did. Well, my mom had a dream to finish college, and she made the decision to leave the band so she could focus on that. And then he goes, go learn your mom's songs because you're gonna start singing. And I was like, what? Because they were in Spanish.
Yeah.
We were doing Tejano, and I didn't speak Spanish, and I was terrified. But
Did you also learn Spanish by singing?
yes,
Isn't it crazy? Like I always tell people, like music and language can be learned so much faster if you integrate music into it.
oh yeah. And in those days, you would get a CD or cassette, and the lyrics were printed on. I think that was like the most exciting part.
I remember that. You know, I miss those days just because like you can get the CD and pull it out and then it's the lyrics right in the song. It truly feels like it. Now you have the lyrics on YouTube and it's right there playing on the screen.
Right.
It's not the same thing though.
Right. It's not.
But now I have a question to ask you.
Okay.
If your saxophone could say something about you, what would it say?
Oh gosh. Saxy. She's sexy. That's the first word that comes to my head. She's sexy. Yes. I'm known to be typically shy and like not very what I say.
Are you an introvert?
I'm not an introvert. I grew up in my earlier years
Selective introvert.
selective introvert. It's taken me some time to be more confident just putting myself out there.
Yeah.
But when I play the saxophone, it's a whole other persona that
Yeah.
takes on, I would say.
Now, of all the places that you've played, do you still get the shakes? Do you still get nervous? Or have you already gone past that limit where you're like, I got this. I'm just going to walk on stage and own this?
I don't think it's nerves. It's more like anxiousness, like excitement. I just want to go. I want to hurry up and get on the stage. The moments leading up to that are a little bit of nervousness and anxiety, like just because you need to just get it out.
Yes.
But once I step on the stage, it's like, this is where I need to be. And it's just a whole calmness comes over me, and it's just, it's hard to explain.
You know, it's crazy. Like, I'm a performer myself as well, and I always feel like once you step up there, it's like you transform into somebody completely different. And I don't know if it's like we have to do that because it's not the same person.
Oh yeah.
It isn't. You know, I always tell people, I'm like, the person that goes up there versus the person that's regularly amongst you all, it's not the same person.
Right.
Is it the same for you?
Oh yeah. I mean, the term alter ego, it's a real thing.
So now,
real thing.
So like Mariah Carey has her alter ego, and obviously Beyonce has Sasha Fierce. Do you have your own?
I would say Jessica Sachs, because I'm born Jessica Flores.
Yes.
But in the Jessica Sachs mode world, it's like a whole other level.
It's a whole other level
Yes.
of Jessica.
Yes.
Beautiful, beautiful. Now, has growing in El Paso influenced your music or your style?
Oh, for sure. For sure. It's so cultural here. I mean, and then growing up in music, you know, I got all different genres. My dad always did that. My mom was always embracing the Mexican side, country music. I love country.
Yeah.
I think El Paso is like a melting pot for so many different cultures.
Styles and culture.
Yes. I mean, you want to go ride a horse, you can, but you can also listen to mariachi while you're riding that horse. Like,
Yeah.
and country at the same time. Like, there's just so many different levels to it here.
There's like a new style that I've heard. It's like Korean. It's like a Korean and Hispanic song.
Oh, wow.
And they fused it together. But the crazy part is that the people, and I'll send you a video about that, but like they fused it together, and they said that it was inspired in El Paso, Texas.
Really?
But it's like basically like Chicano style music, but it's in Korean. And whoever it was, they came down here, they
my gosh.
witnessed our culture. They were so inspired by it that they took it to their country, and now there's this brand new genre of Korean Latino music, which I'm just like,
That's amazing.
Crazy how our border town, as much as it gets, you know, on the news media, it is such a beautiful place to live in.
Yes.
You know? Would you recommend people to live in El Paso?
I do. I think
What are your favorite spots in El Paso?
favorites, I love the west side. I grew up on the east side. I love my east side. Well, what was the east side back then? It was like around Eastwood area. But the west side is just, I love the mountains. I love camping.
Me too.
So that feel in the winter, you'll get up in the morning, you smell the pine trees. I love that about El Paso. I also just love going into the lower valley and the food.
The food.
I mean, you want some
What's
good
your favorite
food.
restaurant here?
Oh gosh, that's a tough one.
It is. It really
That is really tough. You know, I recently got introduced to the Riviera on Donovan.
Yes.
I never knew about that place. It's really good. I have to say that one is a good one.
Girl, we're gonna have to go and eat after this. You got me hungry at this point.
Yes, so good.
For me, I'm like, I don't want to say I'm ghetto, but I kind of technically am. Like, for me, like, it's tacos, like any type of tacos. So shout out to Tacos on Cuco. Oh, they're always like lying for me, saying I'm having salads. That's yes. Now, when it comes to the performance and the creative side here with your music, how do I say this? What is it that inspires your music on a day-to-day basis? What is it that moves you? Is it the culture? Is it the people? Or is it your own life that inspires your music?
I think it's a combination of everything. Music is universal.
It really is.
And you as a performer as well, like when you're in a room with people you don't know. And music like bonds everybody in those moments in ways that you're just like, you can't experience that anywhere else. And it's a moment of time where everybody's happy, everybody's positive, and it's because of the music.
Yes.
And that connection is addicting to me. Like, I mean, yeah, I go perform all these days of the week. I do get tired. Sometimes I just want to lie in bed all burning out.
Yeah.
Yeah. But there's something about when you get there and the music starts and you just start to see people singing in their chair, they get up dancing, they start laughing together. I mean, to me, then you're like, that's why I'm here. That's my purpose, and this is what I need to do.
You are literally creating the vibe in the room and swaying the entire energy. It's the same thing.
Yes.
I'm just like,
Yeah, like a little choked up talking about it, but it's true.
I'm like, and it's like, who knew as humans, like, we have the capability to move people through the sound, and it's our internal soul sound, you know?
Right. And it's not just the song you're singing, it's the way you deliver it.
Yes.
Your emotion that you put through it, people feel that, and then there's an exchange of energies, and it's so beautiful. Like, I can't get enough of it.
Girl, we're vibing right now.
Yes.
Now, another question for you. Have you ever improvised a song? Because it's happened to me. I feel singing and I forget the lyrics. And I'm just like, oh my God.
Oh, yes.
When was the most recent? And was it funny? Did you walk down stage where you're like, I hope no one noticed this?
Oh, gosh. It's embarrassing. Sometimes it's to my own songs because I'm like, feel extra pressure that I need to remember my song. This is my song, and then you just stumble. But I kind of just like extend a note, or like if I forget the sax part, I just start playing whatever I feel in the moment. So yeah, I try to just get through it. That's it.
You're like, no one noticed it. Just keep on flowing. Keep on flowing. Now,
be natural.
As an artist, obviously we all have that one place that we wish we could go and perform in. Where is that place for you? And it doesn't have to be El Paso. It just could be anywhere in the world.
Anywhere.
If you can perform anywhere.
You know, that's hard. I mean, growing up, I've watched the Grammys, you know, Michael Jackson perform on TV. I've seen Janet Jackson in person.
Wow.
And to see
her energy.
She's incredible. Yeah, if you never got to see her brother, she's the next best thing. Yeah. But to see that kind of energy they're drawing, to experience that level would be amazing. And lately I've noticed the EDM scene is absolutely incredible. I don't know if you've seen like the festivals that they have, like
in Las Vegas, the
Burning
Man.
Yes, all of those. The production that they put on, and just how many people are there.
Yeah.
Just to hear it, just to see what they're gonna do. And I would love to just step on stage with a DJ and just play to that magnitude of a crowd.
Because energy is different when you have crowds that are that big. Yeah. The energy is completely different. I've always wanted to experience that myself, where it's like either they're vibing with you or they're singing your music with you. It hits so much different. Yes, when that vibration hits.
Yes. And I can't say like a specific city, state, or country. I just want to experience that magnitude.
Yeah. Now, if you could play with any other, because you're a saxophonist, you're a badass saxophonist, but if you could play tandem with somebody, and it could be legendary, it could be someone that had already passed away, who would it be? And why?
Oh, there's several. Well, definitely Michael Jackson.
Yes.
Prince. Would have loved to play with Prince.
Yeah.
Candy Dulfer. She is one of my inspirations as a sax player. She used to play for Prince, and she became famous in the US with the song called Lily Was Here. And I got to see her perform here one year. She rarely comes to the States, but when she does, it's like a big deal because she's huge.
Yeah.
And she's incredible. And who else was Sheila E. Yeah, those women are powerful in the music industry, and they're
powerful women.
They're musicians and they're performers, and they're much older now and they're still killing that stage.
Because there is a big difference. I don't think people understand when it comes to performance. Like, you could have a person that's a phenomenal singer, but performance requires so much more. I personally don't think I'm a whole performer just yet. You know, I can stand up there and sing my heart out, but dancing and moving and gyrating, I'm like, can we do one thing at a time? I'm gonna fall off the stage.
That thought does cross my mind too sometimes. It's like, one foot in front of the other.
But it's crazy. Like you see these artists that they all happen to stumble, and then but I think that they've taken it like such pros that they just get up and then just continue like nothing. Or like Beyonce when she got her hair in a fan. I'm like, are you serious? These are but what random things happen? You know what I mean?
The show must go on. It must go on.
Now, when it comes to the inspiration out there in the world, who are, I would say, the two, I want to know the top woman and the top man that you can say these people actually had inspiration in your actual music.
That is tough. You know, I'm going to have to say my mom, because although my mom she does not like to be in front of an audience.
Yeah.
She did it. And when she was doing that, I had no idea she was experiencing that anxiety inside. So to me, watching her, I was like, wow, my mom's doing that. I've heard her sing opera. I didn't know she could sing like that. And she pushed me. She was like, if you're going to sing Spanish, you better sing it right.
Yes.
And she grilled me. I mean, I can't speak it fluently, but I can sing it and pronounce it like I do.
Yeah.
And it's because of her. And she really did push me and taught me so much about my ear and just vocal range and everything.
Now, for all the singers, because you've sang for such a long time, for all the singers that are watching us, is there a particular remedy that you can say, this is what all singers should be taking so that they alleviate their throats? Now we're going to a little bit of herbal side here.
Yes, when it comes to that, it's taken me years to learn and understand that. Since I sing so much, I have to eat right. Like I have to eat whole foods. I cut out a lot of processed foods because I've learned when I eat that, allergies start up, and the allergies cause all the swelling, congestion, the swelling, the coughing,
mucus membrane.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I have to eliminate that. Coffee, I love coffee, but it does dry my voice. So warm water.
Yes.
Especially on days that you sing water with lemon. Throat coat works when your voice is like really, really dry. Ginger, I started doing that because ginger also eliminates the mucus and all that.
I do ginger, cinnamon, and chamomile. And then once it's done, I put some honey on it.
Yeah.
But everyone's always telling me, why are you always drinking warm drinks? I'm like, you have to.
Yeah.
Because as a singer, it literally, like, it helps with our vocal cords in the mornings, and it helps with our vocal cords. And on top of that, the immune system, it's helping at the same time. Well, thank you for letting me know about that. Thank you for letting them know, because people don't realize, like, as singers, our throats are not the same as other people, as the common.
Right. No, it's true. And there's so many things to do. So many, but.
Yes. Now, I want to jump into El Paso, the vibes, the culture. What is something about El Paso's music scene that people outside of the city just might not know?
It's thriving. It really is. I haven't seen it this expanded in a long time. And I think it's amazing. There's so many young artists coming out.
And it's varying from everybody. We just had Roger Ahenis, who won a Grammy 2 days ago from El Paso.
Right.
We have, big time singer Crystal Poppin doing big things in the city. And obviously there's a lot more artists in the city that are doing big things, but to me it's so beautiful that it's completely different genres.
Yes.
That's the big thing. And it's just like, to me, I'm like, is there like some secret sauce in El Paso that no one knows? Like, you need to be here. People need to be here,
Yeah. I think it's the diversity that's just naturally here.
Yes.
It's very diverse.
I think that's what it is.
Majority Hispanics because of the border. But I think we just embrace so many different cultures of music.
I think that's what it is the fact that since we're close to the border, we have that Latino with, hip hop, R&B, Latino R&B. because it exists. That's the crazy part. And I'm like, and I know that it gave birth here as well in El Paso.
Right.
All of them, like all these music genres are popping up because El Paso is so different, you know. Now, another thing I'd like to ask that I know it might sound strange is there a post food that you go out and eat after you've performed?
Post food.
The post food.
Yes, there is.
I do. That's crazy, but I always go to Don Cuco or Sunny Sushi. I'm like, it's either sushi or tacos.
That's funny. Well, tacos is definitely an option, just depending on how I'm feeling that night. But sometimes, like, I've been in the fitness industry so long that I've burned in my brain like nutrition.
Yeah.
But I do like to still enjoy the good stuff. So I go to Brew. I don't know if you ever go to the Brew on the west side.
I've gone. Yes.
They make such good food late at night. And I've been eating, my boyfriend and I, they already know what we want to eat when we get there. It's
because it's
great. Tasty.
We're limited to what we can eat at night. Not everything is open. People don't know that.
No, and that's the worst thing is that it's hard to find something open.
It's either that or always IHOP. And anyone that knows me, I don't like IHOP.
I'm not a fan either.
I'm not a fan of IHOP, and that's always what's open. And I'm like, help me, Jesus. El Paso, y'all need to do better. Stay up after midnight so we have somewhere to eat at.
Yes, exactly. But you gotta go to Brew. The cooks there are amazing, and we get the grilled buffalo chicken sandwich.
Yummy.
It's a good size. You can get it grilled or crispy. I've had both. And instead of fries, unless we want to go the fries route, we'll just get a salad.
Yummy.
Salad. So the two together, it's filling. And it's so satisfying, and you don't feel as bad. Like if you were to go to Whataburger, you know.
No, Whataburger.
Whataburger is good though.
Whataburger is delicious, but their buns like do some stuff to my stomach.
Oh no.
That I'm just like, it's not fit to be said on this. Now, when it comes to the landscape and the culture in El Paso, who is the person that most influences you here in the city?
Oh gosh. That's a tough question. Let's see, as far as the landscape goes, are you asking like a specific person?
Yeah.
Or a specific person?
Place or thing?
Place or thing. Let's see. Gosh, that is tough. The Franklin Mounds are amazing. I like hiking and stuff like that. And if the trails up there are pretty good. They're beautiful. They are beautiful.
Jinx girl.
Yes, I know. There was a trail I did, and accidentally we took the longest route. We ended up hiking 10 miles. It was horrible. I don't recommend it, but it was just to find the tin mines.
Oh, girl, I've taken that trail. It's called, and I don't, and nothing against you. This is what it's called. It's called the Lazy Cow Trail.
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
I know what it is, girl. I took that trail like, I would say 2 years ago. I did not go prepared with shoes that day.
Ooh.
And I remember on the way back, I told the person that took me, you brought me here, you're gonna carry me the way back because I ain't doing this. My feet hurt. Oh my God, this is crazy. We did not bring enough, drinks and sustenance to protect ourselves. So if anyone ever decides to do the Tin Man Trail, the Lazy Cow Trail,
Yes.
be warned, it is
Be
not
prepared.
It's not for the lazy. I'm just saying that right now. Be prepared with shoes, with food, with a backpack, a blanket,
plenty of
might be
water.
cold. Don't do it in the summer like I did. The sun will be piercing on you. Right? Feel like you're walking through Pakistan and you're just like,
The rocks are so big. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know your ankles could get sore.
swirling
like
and
that.
sore. Like, yes, that's exactly what happened to me, girl. And then when you're walking back, you're going through this trail and the gravel is loose, so you're not stepping correctly. It was beautiful, but it was painful, and it was a life lesson.
Well, it gives you a great appreciation for those mountains.
It does.
They are.
To think that there were so many people that came through those mountains to come and conquer El Paso and create what El Paso is absolutely beautiful.
It is. It is.
Man.
So yeah.
Now, I have a couple of fun questions I want to ask you, and I'm hoping that this isn't too much. But if your saxophone could have a custom design, what would it look like? Or would you just keep it, its same gold tone that it is?
Oh, it would be blingy.
It would be
It would be blingy, and there actually is a saxophone that just released.
Oh, cool.
It has Swarovski crystals
No.
all over it.
But
Yes.
does it help, like, the components of the saxophone? Because it has a little...
Yeah, that's always the question.
That's the question.
You know,
Like, is it gonna
there's
stop the
a
sound?
there's a big difference. If you get a good quality horn
Yeah.
brand, it's gonna sound great, but it may just look typical, like a regular saxophone.
Yes.
When you invest in those types with the crystals, or there's clear saxophones, colored ones,
Yeah.
sometimes that does affect the quality of the sound
Well, girl,
and the productivity of the horn.
if you ever get the Swarovski,
I want to get it.
send it to me. Be like, I got my Swarovski saxophone.
It is a goal. It is a goal.
Girl, that's a cool goal. I'm just...
I would love to just to have it.
When it happens, send me a selfie and be like, I did it, girl.
I will. I sure will.
Yes. Now, if you could dream, how do I say this? If you could create Dream Music Festival lineup featuring yourself, who else would be playing? And you could only get three more people
Ooh,
to
man.
play with you.
3 to perform with me. Gosh. Okay. Well, we gotta have different genres of music. So I would definitely have Gloria Estefan and the Miami Sound Machine. Yes.
You got me at that, right? You got me there.
I love EDM, so I would have to say, it's between. Can we have Dave Vegeta, Steve Aoki, and I don't know. There's so many. I would like Dave Vegeta is great. We'll just say him, but there's a lot more that I would have. And the third one, gosh, that is so tough. I would have to say Aerosmith.
Okay, now from the lineup that you just made, one of them has to be turned into a cartoon character. Which one's going to be the cartoon?
Steven Tyler.
Yeah.
He is part of the material.
I've always wondered if there's a way that like we could do technology where it's like, you know what I mean?
That would
if we
be
could
awesome.
do that in stage and make one of them look animated.
I think we could.
So
These days you could.
These days,
Just a hologram.
that's it's like we were just talking to another artist, and I said, hey, we can bring Michael Jackson as a hologram somewhere.
Oh, I would faint.
For me, girl, it's Whitney. I'm like, if
wait,
sing with Whitney, I'm like, girl, I will sing at whatever level they put you in. I will work my vocals to that, you know?
That's so true.
Now, if your life were a movie, what would the title be, and what song would be on the opening credits?
Ooh, that's a good question. I would say the title would be This Is Me. And the opening credits. Wow. That's tough. I'm like stuck on that. Let's see. There are so many songs. I love rock and roll, like old classic rock. And just the sound of Born on the Bayou is one of my favorites.
Beautiful.
And it's something I grew up with. So, I mean, I wasn't born on the bayou, but I love just the melody to that song.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Now, I know that you had told me you have upcoming events, you have upcoming releases and performances. Can you tell us where those are and where to expect you to see you next?
Sure. Actually, tonight I will be at the Dome Bar, downtown El Paso at the Hotel Paso del Norte. And they're from 7 to 10. It's a beautiful, beautiful spot downtown if you haven't been there.
Yes.
And Friday, I will be at Papa Doble, which is in the Five Points area.
Beautiful.
It's a cool little cocktail bar, great vibe and energy in there.
It's a little small place, but it has such a cool vibration to it.
Yes, and the whole area has great venues. All that area has great venues, so yeah.
Beautiful. Now, where can people find your music and follow your journey?
My music, I do have a website. It's jessicasax.com. I do have both of my originals on that page as you open it. I do have social media, Instagram at Sax with Class. YouTube, you can find me under Jessica Sax. I have all music videos, performance videos on there, live videos, TikTok as well, and Facebook. And your Baila Conmigo, yes.
Yes.
Oh yeah, that's on all digital platforms. You can find it Apple Music, iTunes, Spotify, Pandora, Amazon. It's everywhere. Yeah.
Thank you. Oh, I'm so grateful to have had you here today. If there's anything else you can say to our audience, go ahead and tell them now.
I would say never stop dreaming, because dreams do come true. I once doubted that, but the fact that I've never given up on pursuing them, it doesn't matter how old you are, keep going, and don't limit yourself.
Thank you, babe.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, guys. And we'll see you again on the next episode of Echoes and Aesthetics.
Thank you.
Welcome to the Live Life Better Clinic. Our mission is to help you age gracefully, feel great, and love yourself. Meet Dr. Monica Denning, NP, an expert dedicated to your well-being. Our aesthetic services. Enhance your natural beauty and achieve your aesthetic goals at Live Life Better Clinic. We offer treatments tailored just for you. Medical weight loss. Achieve lasting success. Struggling to lose weight on your own? Explore our medically supervised weight loss programs for sustainable and effective results. Hormone replacement therapy. Restore balance. Renew vitality. Alleviate the symptoms of perimenopause and andropause with our customized hormone replacement therapy solutions designed just for you. IV therapy. Revitalize and re-energize, boost your vitality with our nutrient-packed IV cocktails, expertly designed to refresh and recharge your body from the inside out. Relaxation and renewal. Personalized massage services. Experience the perfect balance of mind and body with our personalized massage services. Vitamin shots. Give your wellness a boost with our quick and effective vitamin shots. Visit us at www.livelifebetterclinic.com or call 915-545-1261 and discover how we can help you live life better every day.